Okay, so let's see what's going on here. People are freaking out about this oil market. So this is the 1 hour oil chart. It gapped up and it went all the way up to 117 or so. And now it has dropped, shoot, looks like about 16 points or so. Yeah, there's a big gap here, as if you can't see it, but a big gap in there, and we'll just see what happens here. Is ramp up in this chart. All right, so we have a breakout of this area down in here, right? So you have this big long ass pattern going like this, and then you could clearly see this thing consolidates and springs higher, gaps, and now we have a massive increase in the cost oil, the oil chart. Okay, so it's my rectangle. So, but it is collapsing at the same time. So we have a couple of gaps in play here. This gap right here, right? So you have a gap right here above that pattern. So here's another look at it on a day chart. The day candle is still forming here, but if that tail like that remains, that most definitely looks like it could be a gravestone doji of some sort, a doji with a really tall tail right here. If this body stays intact and this doesn't go above right in here at about 104, I'm not sure the exact price of the body there, but let's see if I could get the value there. Okay, I can't really see the value, but it's about at 104.38. So if that remains below, if the price of oil remains below that, that's going to be a very strong reversal indicator with this very tall tail. What could erase that is if the price goes above the tail. Okay, if the price goes above the tail on either this candle or the next candle, okay, the 24-hour, we're looking at a 24-hour time frame, but this does not look good for the price of oil. People are thinking that it's going to the moon. Well, we don't know, but this is a very bad indicator for the bulls. Still have support over in here. You have the gap. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. So this is a recent development. Oil has been chopped. So we'll see if the chopping holds. Quick look over at our Bitcoin chart. I was talking to someone about Bitcoin the other day, and he was convincing me how great Bitcoin was. And he apparently made a lot of money of buying Bitcoin early on, but right now I'm just not seeing it. This is the support that has become resistance, the big yellow line there. And you can see after it collapsed through this area that it tried to come back, and it did test the resistance, the support now resistance, and it failed. So Bitcoin is trading below the resistance, and it still is looking weak. Looks like it could even drop further, go through that support in here. It's quite possible that will happen. We'll check back on it. It's daily 24-hour chart. You could see how it just quite obviously built this level of resistance here, and that is a really hard resistance zone of Bitcoin. Now just remember, because something is cheap does not mean that it's a good buy. I mean, sometimes it can be. Maybe you bought Ford stock on pennies on the dollar and Ford recovers. Kmart did the same thing. But a lot of times, it's just a bad idea. It's just a bad idea. We'll still keep an eye on it and see what happens with the Bitcoin, because it is a major player in the cryptocurrencies. Now, gold, on the other hand, is the perplexing one. This thing just does not want to break lower. It took a deep dive back in here, and it looked like it wanted to break. This is the key level right here. It looked like it wanted to break here, right in here, okay? And it looked like it wanted to break and start going down, and nope. You know what happened? I'm pretty sure what happened is China bought it up. They bought it up. I think they manipulated the price. They bidded it up, popped it, and then bought it back down here at this somewhat of a support area. I don't know. I can't see it going higher than this, but the way it's looking, it's just on full bull charge. It's like, where is the resistance? Where is the resistance, right? It just keeps going up, up, up. I mean, there's resistance right there, but during this whole pattern, nothing has stopped gold. It has just been charging higher. And the gold bugs are just loving it. The Peter Schiffs and everything. See, I told you gold was a good buy. You just keep buying gold. And, you know, a lot of times they were wrong about stuff, but here they can brag how great gold is because it is going up. But Bitcoin, no, Bitcoin is getting tanked on. Look at the difference between Bitcoin and gold. Okay? There is a massive difference between the crypto market and the resource markets. There we have oil. Oil looks much different than the cryptocurrencies and also Bitcoin. Okay, so we have that weird thing going on with gold. I mean oil. Oil is much more volatile than gold. Okay, volatile meaning, unpredictable in a sense, erratic. Okay, we will finish with a look at the hourly on the S&P. You see right there, symbol of death right there. You have a little bit of a bull signal right there, followed by a cut with the symbol of death right there. That is a major short signal in my system. My system costs $500. I am getting alerted here about something. I have to pause. Where is the pause button? Okay, so to purchase my system, $500 Cashapp. I send you the code. It works for MetaTrader. All right, that's the end of the video.